What happens if you drink ACV before bedtime? You take your meds, you eat clean, you do everything by the book, but every morning your fasting blood sugar is still high. What if I told you that the answer isn't in what you eat during the day, it's in what you drink right before bed? Millions of people now drink apple cider vinegar, ACV, at night, hoping to lower blood sugar, sleep better, and burn fat while they rest. But what actually happens when you drink ACV before bedtime? For some, the results are surprisingly powerful. Flatter glucose curves, reduced cravings, even deeper, more restful sleep. But for others, it can do real harm, triggering nighttime hypoglycemia, reflux and heartburn, dangerous blood pressure drops. So in this video, you'll find out exactly what happens inside your body when you drink ACV before sleep. Who should use it, who absolutely shouldn't. And if you're not a good fit for ACV, don't worry. I'll show you safe, natural food-based alternatives that help regulate your morning blood sugar without the risks. You're not here for fluff, and I'm not here to sell it. Just clear, honest info to help you understand your body and make smarter choices. In the next few minutes, we'll explore how ACV affects blood sugar, fat burning, digestion, and sleep, the exact dosage, timing, and common mistakes to avoid. And most importantly, what to do instead if ACV isn't right for you. So stay with me, especially if you're tired of waking up with unexplained high glucose. Part 1. What happens inside your body when you drink ACV before bed? So what actually happens inside your body? When you drink apple cider vinegar before bed? Is it just a fad? Or does it physically change the way your blood sugar behaves while you sleep? Let's break it down simply, clearly, and backed by real science. The science. Simple but powerful. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, and this little compound can set off some big changes. 1. It slows down gastric emptying. This means food moves more slowly from your stomach to your intestines. Result? Carbs are absorbed more gradually, helping to avoid sudden glucose spikes. Source: Journal of the American Dietetic Association, 2005. 2. It improves insulin sensitivity. Studies show that people who take ACV before meals can improve insulin sensitivity by up to 34%, especially those with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Source: European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2004. It activates AMPK, your body's fat-burning switch. AMPK helps convert stored fat into energy, even while you rest. Think of it as flipping your metabolism from store to burn. This enzyme also plays a major role in blood sugar regulation during sleep. Bonus: it nourishes your gut. Acetic acid feeds beneficial gut bacteria, reduces inflammation, eases digestion, lowers cravings, especially sugar. So what if you drink it before bed? Here's where it gets interesting. When you drink ACV at night, you slow digestion right before your body enters a fasting state. You may avoid that early morning glucose surge, also known as the dawn phenomenon. You activate fat metabolism while your body is at rest, and you support gut balance during overnight repair. Sounds promising, right? But here's the thing. These benefits only happen if you use it the right way. Take the wrong dose, or take it at the wrong time, and you could actually make your sleep, digestion, or blood sugar worse. So in the next section, let's break down the best and worst times to take ACV and how to match it with your goals and body type. This next part could make or break your results. Part 2. Best time to take ACV. What works, what hurts. If you drink ACV at the wrong time, it might do nothing. Or worse, it might do damage. But taken at the right time, it could help you balance your blood sugar, burn more fat, and finally wake up with a better fasting number on your glucose meter. So let's talk timing, because when you take ACV makes all the difference. 1. First thing in the morning, empty stomach. Starting your day with ACV can kickstart metabolism by activating AMPK early, support gut health by feeding friendly bacteria, help reduce brain fog and carb cravings before they hit. Ideal for people doing intermittent fasting or skipping breakfast entirely. 2. 15 to 30 minutes before meals. Taking ACV before meals can boost digestion, especially for proteins and minerals like iron, calcium, magnesium. Reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by slowing down carbohydrate absorption. Curb appetite, especially for those who overeat carbs at dinner. Pro tip: eating a high-carb meal? You can double the ACV But don't forget to double the water too. Why? More acetic acid means more power, but also more potential irritation if not diluted. 3. Before bed, the one everyone asks about. This is where it gets tricky. Drinking ACV before bed might help lower fasting blood sugar by stabilizing glucose overnight, reduce the dawn phenomenon, the early morning blood sugar surge, improve sleep quality, especially in people who struggle with insulin resistance at night. But, and this is a big but, it's not for everyone. Do not take ACV before bed. If you use insulin or sulfonylureas, wake up feeling shaky, sweaty, or dizzy, signs of hypoglycemia. Struggle with acid reflux or gastroparesis. Experience sluggish digestion or stomach discomfort after meals. Why? Because ACV slows digestion. Great if you're battling spikes, but dangerous if you already digest slowly or crash overnight. And lying down with acid in your stomach? Bad idea if you already deal with heartburn or reflux. So, morning, mealtime, or bedtime? The best time depends entirely on your body, your goals, and your risks. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly how to match your ACV timing and dosage to your condition, so you avoid mistakes and actually see results. And hey, if you find bedtime ACV isn't the right fit for you, no stress. We'll talk about some gentler options soon. Part 3. The benefits are real, but so are the risks. Let's be clear, apple cider vinegar is not a magic potion. Used the right way, it can support your health. Used the wrong way, it can quietly chip away at your progress or your body. Before you try it, you need to understand both sides of the bottle, the benefits you hope for and the risks you don't see coming. First, the benefits. When used properly, improves blood sugar control, especially useful for flattening post-meal spikes and dawn phenomenon. Boosts digestion, helps break down proteins, minerals, and supports nutrient absorption. Aids fat metabolism by activating the AMPK enzyme, your fat-burning switch. Feeds healthy gut bacteria, supports immune function, reduces inflammation, reduces cravings, especially for late-night carbs or sugar. Sounds good, right? But here's the fine print most people skip. Now, the risks when misused or overused. 1. Tooth enamel erosion. ACV is acidic. If you sip it straight or too often, it can wear away your enamel. Always dilute, use a straw, and rinse your mouth after. 2. Acid reflux or stomach irritation. Taking ACV too close to bedtime, especially if you lie down soon after, can make reflux worse. If you're prone to heartburn, avoid ACV late at night. 3. Mineral depletion. Overuse of ACV has been linked to low potassium, and long-term use may disrupt calcium and magnesium balance, affecting bone health. 4. Medication interference. If you're on insulin or metformin, ACV may amplify their effects, increasing the risk of low blood sugar. Always talk to your doctor before adding ACV if you're on diabetes meds. Real-world warning. In one published case, a woman consumed 17 tablespoons of ACV every day for 6 years. The result? Severe potassium deficiency and bone loss. Source: American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2006. Of course, that's extreme, but it shows how something natural can still cause harm when taken too far. Bottom line, more is not better. With ACV, the power is in the precision, not the quantity. Don't let a teaspoon of help become a tablespoon of harm. So now you know what can go right and what can go wrong. But how do you make sure you're using ACV safely and effectively for your goals? In the next section, I'll show you the exact dosage, timing, and formulas, so you avoid the guesswork and actually get results. And if bedtime ACV isn't right for you, don't worry. There are powerful food-based alternatives that can lower your morning sugars safely. Part 4. Dosage and how to use safely, so you get the benefits without the burn. When it comes to ACV, a little goes a long way. Take too little, and you might not feel anything. Take too much, and you could irritate your stomach, damage your teeth, or mess with your meds. So here's the sweet spot: how to take apple cider vinegar safely, effectively, and in a way that actually works for your body. General guidelines: how much, when, and how. Morning empty, 1 tablespoon diluted in 8/16 ounces water. When? 15 to 30 minutes after waking up. Before meals, 1 teaspoon low carb or 2 high carb plus 8 to 32 ounces water. When? 20 to 30 minutes before meals. Before bedtime, 1 teaspoon, 5 milliliter, max 1 tel plus 8 on 50 milliliters. Why it matters. Diluting ACV is non-negotiable. It protects your esophagus, your stomach lining, and especially your teeth enamel. Using a straw minimizes contact with your teeth, less risk of enamel erosion. Rinse your mouth after drinking, but don't brush right away. Wait 30 minutes before brushing to avoid scrubbing softened enamel. And always choose organic, raw, unfiltered ACV with the mother for maximum gut health benefits. Avoid these common mistakes. Drinking it straight, no water. Using metal containers, ACV can corrode metal. Taking it right before lying down, especially if you have reflux. Assuming more is better, stick to max 3 tablespoons per day total. Extra tip: listen to your body. If you feel stomach irritation, bloating, lightheadedness, cut back the dose. Start with half a teaspoon and work your way up slowly. So now you know how to use ACV properly, how much to take, when to take it, and how to protect your stomach and teeth. But here's the important thing. What if ACV still doesn't work for you? Maybe your stomach is too sensitive. Maybe you're on insulin. Or maybe you can't stand the taste of it, even when diluted. If that's you, don't worry. You've got plenty of other options at the end. But before we get into that, let's address another important question that has to do with how your body reacts. Should you take ACV before bed, or should you avoid it altogether? Let's find out. Next, Part 5. Who should and who shouldn't use ACV before bed? Let's be honest, even natural remedies like apple cider vinegar aren't one-size-fits-all. For some, it can be a game changer, flattening blood sugar, curbing cravings, and boosting overnight fat burning. But for others, it could cause more harm than help, especially when taken before bed. So let's get personal. Should you be drinking ACV at night or not? You might benefit from bedtime ACV if you have type 2 diabetes with consistently high fasting blood sugar, you struggle with insulin resistance or slow metabolism, you wake up with early morning blood sugar spikes, the dawn phenomenon, you deal with late-night cravings or hunger, you're trying to support overnight fat burning in a gentle, natural way. In these cases, taking a small, well-diluted dose of ACV, about 1 teaspoon in water, may help you wake up with better numbers, fewer cravings, and a more stable mood. But you should avoid taking ACV at night if you have type 1 diabetes, or you're on insulin or sulfonylureas, because ACV may increase the risk of nighttime hypoglycemia. You often wake up shaky, sweaty, or dizzy. That's a red flag for low blood sugar. You deal with acid reflux or nighttime stomach discomfort. ACV may make it worse when you lie down. You're taking metformin, because ACV can interact with some medications and amplify their effects. Here's a quick self-check. Ask yourself, 1. Have I ever experienced low blood sugar at night? 2. Do I frequently deal with heartburn or reflux after dinner? 3. Am I taking glucose-lowering medications? If you answered yes to any of these, then bedtime ACV might not be right for you. And that's okay, because here's the good news. If bedtime ACV isn't right for you, you're not out of options. There are other gentle, natural ways to lower your morning blood sugar, without the acid, the reflux, or the risk. In the next section, I'll show you safe, science-backed bedtime alternatives that work for people just like you. Stay with me. Your better morning starts tonight. Part 6. ACV alternatives before bed, safe options that actually work. So what if you can't take ACV at night? Maybe you're on insulin. Maybe you struggle with reflux. Maybe you just can't stand the taste. Whatever the reason, don't worry. There are other natural options that can help you lower morning blood sugar without vinegar at all. Let's explore a few of the best. 1. Ceylon cinnamon, true cinnamon. This gentle spice can improve insulin sensitivity, slow down carb absorption, help reduce fasting glucose levels. A study in Diabetic Medicine 2003 found cinnamon helped lower blood glucose in people with type 2 diabetes. Try adding half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to warm water or herbal tea 30 to 60 minutes before bed. 2. Chia seed pudding or drink. Chia seeds are packed with soluble fiber that slows glucose absorption, promotes fullness overnight, helps prevent early morning blood sugar spikes. Mix 1 tablespoon of chia seeds with unsweetened almond milk. Let it gel for 10-15 minutes and enjoy before bed. 3. Chamomile or ginger tea. These caffeine-free herbal teas soothe digestion, may slightly improve glucose regulation, promote better sleep, which also affects insulin sensitivity. Bonus, ginger may help reduce inflammation tied to insulin resistance. 4. Coconut vinegar, lower acidity alternative to ACV. If you're vinegar tolerant but ACV is too harsh, coconut vinegar is a gentler alternative. It contains acetic acid like ACV, but it's usually less acidic, so easier on the stomach and teeth. Still offers mild blood sugar support. Use 1 teaspoon in warm water before bed and monitor your glucose response. So even if ACV isn't right for your bedtime routine, you still have options. Good ones. The key is not just finding what to take, it's understanding why it works for your unique body. Up next, I'll show you how to test which of these options actually work for you, and how to track your glucose like a pro, so you're no longer guessing in the dark. Let's wrap this up and set you up for better mornings ahead. Part 7. Wrap up and your next step. You've made it this far, which tells me you care about your health and you're ready to take action. So here's your next step. If you're going to try apple cider vinegar at night, start small. Use just 1 teaspoon. Dilute it well. Watch how your body responds overnight. If ACV isn't right for you, don't stress. Try one of the natural alternatives we just covered and track your morning blood sugar to see what works best. Remember, the most powerful changes don't happen overnight, but they do start the night before. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more science-based, no-fluff health tips, and let me know in the comments, have you tried ACV before bed, or are you considering one of the alternatives? I read every comment and I'd love to hear your experience.